NevaLoss fam. Hey, today we are talking about the Lions NFL draft, man. Let's grade them, how they do.
I ain't never lost, never in my life.
Alright, NevaLoss fam, welcome back, man, welcome back. Hey, listen, we're gonna talk about Brad Holmes, man. Brad Holmes, how'd he do in this NFL draft, man? How'd he do in this NFL draft with my Detroit Lions, man? Is the future brighter? What y'all think? Free agency, to me, Brad Holmes didn't make the moves I wanted him to make, and in this draft, man, it was a few head scratchers, but mainly the first pick. The first pick was a bit of a head scratcher for me, man. But we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna see the possible reasons for Brad Holmes making this pick, what he believed, man. Yeah, let's check out the articles on some of these players, man. We started it off. Pick 17, we went ahead and grabbed the OT out of Clemson, Blake Miller, 6'6", 317 pounds, man. Let's see what they had to say about Blake Miller, man, and if we believe this was a solid first pick. First off, you gotta know he was ranked 8th at the offensive tackle position, 52nd ranked overall, man. So he was projected to be a mid second round pick. We picked him at pick 17, and Monroe Freeling was still on the board. So I didn't really understand this. It had me scratching my fucking head. I really was pissed when I seen the pick. I've seen some analysis. Braylon Edwards saying, this was a solid pick. He actually expected the Lions to go this route. Actually, he said this before the draft. So I respect Braylon Edwards' opinion. That was, like I say, it was an interesting pick to me. I thought they could have possibly got him in the second round if they would have just waited it out, man. Or they could have traded up to an early second round, because I don't think anybody else would have grabbed him this high, personally. But let's read what it say, the pre-draft analysis. It says Miller is long and enters the draft decorated, earning first-team All-ACC honors in 24 and 25. He broke the Clemson career snaps record with 3,778 while starting 54 games. He has a prototypical NFL tackle frame and tested well at the combine. On film, Miller will sometimes lunge at defenders, causing him to play off balance and whiff on blocks. And he could improve the consistency of his punch. Miller doesn't have great foot quickness to redirect, and sometimes his lack of flexibility can lead to average run blocking. All this shit sounds none of this shit sounds very positive. His length and pass protection comes in handy, though, as he's very hard to run around. So basically, it sounds like he isn't the greatest at run blocking and even pass blocking. They say he don't have a lot of quickness, but he's long, so it's hard to get around him. So it sounds like a okay pass blocker, a decent pass blocker, and an okay run blocker, which, again, when you're picking so high, pick 17, first rounder, you're not picking somebody to be okay or average. You're putting the starter in there pretty much, and the Lions definitely got him to start. So, yeah, scratching my head a little bit. So the post-draft analysis, the offensive tackle run is officially underway. Miller was a 54-game starter at tackle at Clemson and is a rock on the right side of the line. This seemed to signal Penei Sewell will indeed make the flip to left tackle to replace Taylor Decker, but Sewell has shown in previous seasons that he'll be elite no matter which side he's on. Miller is a plug-and-play. You can get, he said Miller is as plug-and-play as you can get, thanks to his experience at Clemson and his great arm length at 34 and a quarter inches. He can play anywhere, basically. They expect him to play right away. So, again, I thought for sure they were going to go Monroe Freeling. I know that there was a lot of people who didn't even think Freeling would fall into their lap. They were questioning if he would fall that far, but if he did, all the experts that I was seeing was saying Braylon was the only one who I ever seen say, that they probably gonna go Miller, but I thought he was saying that because he didn't think Freeling would be there, which made some sense. But Freeland was there, and they decided to go Miller. Gotta say, they seen something in him, and maybe he was just the #1 tackle on their draft board somehow. But I think with Freeland's athleticism and his ceiling being so high, man, I don't know how why they went Miller. But I'm gonna trust in Brad Holmes and hope he made the right pick, man. Let's see what else they got to say. Said why they picked him. The Lions' offensive line wasn't up to par last season, finishing the second worst pass block win rate in the NFL at 56%. And that's crazy. I didn't know it was the second worst in pass block win rate. That's crazy. It says, after missing the playoffs 2025, Detroit continues to retool its offensive line by adding Miller, with an emphasis on improving the pass protection around quarterback Jared Goff. He definitely needs it, man. Obviously, Goff ain't getting no faster. If that middle is collapsing, even though the tackles help on the outside, when he gets pressure up the middle, Jared Goff is a fucking a shell of himself, man. He can't do anything with pressure up the middle. He really struggles with pressure, period, but absolutely up the middle. So we really need to bolster the guard positions as well, because he ain't really doing no rolling out. His experience is primarily at right tackle for Clemson, and he has a prototypical frame for the offensive tackle, 6'6", 315, to immediately help. Biggest questions. Was Miller the best option amongst available offensive tackles to help right away? That's my fucking question. We had other options. Fans should be cautious about questioning Lions GM Brad Holmes. Hey, I'm trying to be cautious. This decision based on his track record in the NFL draft. I think people kind of misconstrue his track record. His track record when the Lions were horrible and they had a ton of picks was phenomenal. But since the Lions have been a top team, he's been hit or miss, and mostly miss with the later draft picks. Like, it's hard to miss when you got top 5 pick, man. I mean, it can happen, but it's a lot harder than when you're in the 15 to 32 range, or let's say 17 to 32 range of picks, man. It's a lot harder to figure out what you should go with when you're in the later portion of the draft. But it is still a fair question. Either way, the Lions address one of their top positional needs with an elite prospect on the offensive line. This is another foundational building block pick, and a solid player who started all 54 games in his college career. Miller is the first offensive lineman selected by the Lions since the first round since they select Penei Sewell. He's nowhere near gonna be a Penei Sewell, but I see what they're getting at, man. High hopes, man. When you get picked that high, Sewell was a 6th pick, I believe, in the draft. 7. He was pick number 7, which it was a big time pick, and he was a sure thing. This Blake Miller is way more of a question mark to me, and I'm still scratching my head, but I'm trusting the process, man. I'm hoping he's everything that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell expect him to be. So this is Eric Woodyer. He's giving his opinion on the Lions pick. It says his take, the Lions have added what they hope is a foundational piece with Miller, who is Detroit's first offensive lineman selected in the opening round since All-Pros Penei Sewell as a 7th overall pick in 2021. Miller will be expected to help the team immediately after the unit struggled in 2025 with the second worst pass block. Yeah, that's what we just read. He is a strong pick and fulfills a team need as the Lions emphasize better pass protection for quarterback Jared Goff this offseason by beefing up the line through free agency and now through the draft. I don't think they did a great job in free agency with that either, but they picked up a couple people. Will he start as a rookie? There's a strong chance that Miller will earn the starting role this upcoming season. The Lions' Dan Campbell said he's considering switching Sewell to left tackle for 2026, which could be beneficial for Miller, who took 97% of his career snaps in college at right tackle. The Lions also released veteran Taylor Deckard in March and added 3 new linemen in free agency. All right. This is what they said. Campbell to Fox. He's played a lot of football. He's solid. He's steady. He can do it all. Plays physical in the run game, freaking smart, tough, headsy, got length, moves well. We feel this is a guy that can come and compete and help us win with the O-line. Yeah, Dan Campbell type of player, man. I think that's pretty much how they operate. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, man. They're looking for people who fit the bill of what, not necessarily the best player at the position, but just the people who they feel like fit the culture. But it's crazy if you listen to Brad Holmes, and maybe it was just like him trying to not let you see what's behind the curtains. All up until the draft, he was saying we pick best player available. We're not necessarily looking for a specific position. If it happens to line up where the position of need lines up with the best player available, then we'll do that. But we're always looking for the best player available, not necessarily a position of need. That couldn't have been more. This whole draft showed that was the biggest fucking lie. And again, maybe he was just trying to trick the other GMs into not taking the guys he was really looking to get, but he definitely didn't go for the best players available. Didn't even go for the best player at the position, in my personal opinion. But Blake Miller playing alongside O-lineman Penei Sewell, I can't wait. I watched a lot of his tape throughout my time in college, and there's so much stuff that he does incredibly well. His ability to move, get out in space, his ability to pass protect, use his hands effectively, how light he is on his feet, all of those things make him remarkable. And just to be able to sit in the same room as him and be on the same field as him and pick his brain and go over things to get his perspective on things, I can't wait. So that's dope, man. High praise for Sewell, for Blake Miller. He's looking to learn from him, man. I'm hoping he can be a big-time contributor and a good compliment to Penei Sewell, because we know what he's going to be and what he's going to do, man. Blake, you got some big shoes to fill and, a big task ahead, man, because we're looking for championships on the Lions, man. We're looking to be definitely a dominant run team, but we also got to keep Jared Goff upright. So you're coming into a situation where we're expected to win immediately and you're expected to be good immediately. So hopefully you're everything that they believe you are, man. So Miller broke Clemson's record for career snaps for center. We talked about that. Almost all 96.5% of the college snaps came at the right tackle. We talk about that. Yeah, the ACC. All right, expert analysis. He has ideal size, length, and strength for the position. And pass protection, he has enough quickness to cover up speed rushers off the edge. He uses his lift and strong hands to latch and control defenders. He can sink his weight and anchor down against power rushers. He plays with awareness to pick up twists and stunts. In the run game, he can generate movement on down blockers, and he's always strange to finish. When working up to the linebackers, he's effective on single track, but struggles to redirect and ward up off defenders in space. That's according to Daniel Jeremiah. 20 minutes tape. The great thing about having an all-pro player like Penei Sewell, who can play both tackle spots, is the Lions can focus on finding the right offensive tackle for them and not worry about what side. Miller fits the Lions' profile from size, athleticism, and experience standpoint. Having 54 starts in his 4 seasons at Clemson, Miller should come and compete with veteran Larry Borom for the starting spot at right tackle. So, so they got high hopes for him, and Him and Larry Borom battling out for that right tackle spot. Penei Sewell's going to go ahead and secure the left, man. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm not super high on this pick. If I had to give it a grade, man, I'm gonna give it a C+. I'm skeptical, but I'm trusting in Brad Holmes that he got this right, man. The next position that he went and grabbed, the next player, is one that we all been clamoring for them to grab. I am excited about this, though. There may have been, again, like the last one, there may have been a player at this position that was a little bit better who got drafted right after him. But you know how they are, man. They like Michigan, man. They love Michigan, man. So they went and got Derek Moore, the edge out of Michigan, man. He is solid. He is solid, man. Let's check out what they had to say about him. All right. So, Moore led Michigan in sacks with 10 and earned all Big Ten honors in 2025. He primarily wins at the line of scrimmage with his use of speed to power, Moore can straight arm defenders, hold the point of attack, and snatch to disengage from blocks. He primarily uses dip and rip technique and needs to develop better use of his hands to further his ability to disengage from blocks. In the backfield, he flashes some closing speed. Moore was more productive against the pass than the run. He also dropped in coverage in his time in Michigan, but it will not be a strong suit for him at the next level. All right, that came from Scott's Inc. Post-draft analysis: the Lions badly needed a better pass rusher opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, and they're clearly hoping Moore can be the in-state answer. After a 17.5% pressure rate in 2025, 10th amongst all qualifying players in the FBS, Moore should have the chance to mix or even start ahead of DJ Wanham. But did the Lions really need to trade up to take Moore this early? ESPN Draft Day predictor had Moore's median draft number at 71 entering the draft. So some people question the Lions trading up to go get Moore. They actually had the edge after Moore. Zion Young, he was ranked even higher than Moore. Moore was 60th overall, 10th at his position. Zion Young, who got drafted right after, was 5th at the position, ranked 29th overall. So he still had a first round grade from Missouri, man. But you know, again, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, they just like what they like. So even though you'd be like, man, the person right after, again, just like Miller and Freeling, Moore and Young is a similar case where it's like, yo, the Missouri edge was seemingly a stronger candidate, man. I'm not even gonna read everything, but you know, hey, we went ahead and we got Moore, man. Hopefully he can be that great pass rusher opposite of Aiden Hutchinson that we've been looking for. Again, this is coming from Eric Woodyard, and his take is: finally, the Lions have drafted an edge rusher in the early rounds. Fans have been begging Brad Holmes to draft a top prospect to pair with Pro Bowler Aiden Hutchinson for years, and Moore is in line to be that guy. Detroit traded up 6 spots to number 44, sending the 50th and 128th pick to the Jets to select Moore. When they did that, again, I kind of think that they're gonna go with Zion, who had the first round grade, but they went and got Moore. So I understand when they say there's people who believe they didn't have to trade up to do it, he would have fell in their lap. But you know, whatever they seen in the combine made them believe Moore was a better option than Zion. He is the first University of Michigan player selected by the Lions since Hutchinson was picked in the second overall 2022. And to be honest, that's probably more what it is. They probably like players coming out of Michigan. Obviously, we play in Detroit, so kind of like a homegrown body. You put them opposite Hutch, you figure they already got similar lingo coming through the same university, and probably figure it's an easier transition with someone familiar who Hutch can relate to or something. I don't know, man. Looking at the stats, Zion was a lot better, but I'm still hopeful. I don't think this was a bad pick. I don't think this was a bad pick at all. I'm glad we got an edge early in the draft. But overall, when I look at the numbers for Zion and how effective he is in the run and the pass, I thought he was just a little better. But I'm not gonna harp on that. Is this pick for depth or does it fill a hole? This certainly fills a hole for Detroit. This certainly fills a hole as Detroit desperately needs help on the edge, especially after losing DN Alfredi Al-Qadim Muhammad. Jesus. They said the Lions ranked 26th in the NFL in pass rush win rate at 32%. That was fucking terrible last year. Hutch was doing his thing, but he wasn't getting a whole lot of help. Even Muhammad had 10 sacks, I believe, or 11. But a lot of his sacks was late in the play. It was just like good coverage down the field, and it wasn't like he was winning immediately. Muhammad and Hutchinson also combined for over half of the team sack with teams 207 pressures. Moore led the Big Ten with a 17.5 pressure percentage in 2025, along with 10 sacks at Michigan. So yeah, he had 10 sacks in that season, man. That was big time. Let me see if the Lions got something on their site. Nah, they just going over his accomplishments. In 2022, played all 14 games as a reserve. Honorable mention. 2023, honorable mention for all Big Ten Conference. Played 15 games, 34 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 2 PPUs, 1 forced fumble. 2024, honorable mention for all Big Ten. Started 12 games, 23 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 2 PBUs. 2025, he was first team All Big Ten, led with 10.5 tackles for loss, 10 sacks. Started 12 games, 30 tackles, 3 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, and he was the team captain. So, again, we finally added an edge to the room, man, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping Derek Moore is everything that the Lions believe that he can be, man. Hope he bring that intensity, that hard hitting that he had in Michigan, that quick speed to get around the tackles, man, and get sacks, man. I need him to bring that opposite edge. Aiden Hutchinson, he's gonna have a lot of single coverage, especially with the big DTs we got in the middle, man, and he's gonna have the opportunity to put up 8 to 10 sacks, maybe even more, but I say he definitely had the opportunity to get 8 to 10 sacks, man. So hopefully him and Wynham really make an impact opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. Let's go to the next pick, man. The next pick was also out of Michigan, man. We got a Michigan linebacker, Jimmy Roeder, man. Jimmy Roeder with 160th. He was ranked 160th overall, 13th at his position. It says Roeder is an instinctive linebacker who is quick to trigger and plays downhill. Like I say, they like getting players out of Michigan, man, especially defensive players, I should say. They love defensive players out of Michigan. Yeah, they just like, sorry, hold on. Fuck. Yeah, they like defensive players out of Michigan, man. They just like what they cooking up in Ann Arbor, man. Say he's strong at the point of attack and displays good use of his hands to keep linemen off his chest. Roeder does a good job of maneuvering and filtering through traffic and is a good form tackler. He can play sideline to sideline, but is best suited to play downhill due to lack of great game speed. He is average in coverage, but better at playing zone and man, as keeping up with running backs and faster tight ends is not his strength. Okay. So he's a hitter, man. He said he like to go downhill and meet you in the hole and knock the running back down, knock the running back out, man. I like that, man. Don't say he don't have great speed. We lost Anzalone. Anzalone was definitely a sideline to sideline D. He was decent and pretty good in coverage, and he definitely had the speed to anybody bouncing out or running back getting the quick pass. He'd go down and lay wood, man. But we play a lot of nickel, or I anticipate us playing a lot of nickel this year. So we should be able, with the corners that we have, to get them some help as far as them speeding down the corners and safeties and ringing bells, man, to help him if he gets beat on the outside. So there, it says there's another Michigan man in Detroit, as the Lions are certainly making Aiden Hutchinson proud by adding another Wolverine to the defense. Roeder led Michigan with 73 tackles in 2025 and brings championship experience as a member of the Wolverines' 2023 title team. All 11 of his career starts at Michigan came last season, and he adds depth to the Lions' defense. This pick marks third time in the common draft era the Lions have selected 2 Michigan players in a single draft. So yeah, like I said, they love them players out of Michigan, man. It goes over a little bit of his career. 2022, he played 13 games as a reserve in special teams, 14 tackles. He was redshirted 2023. 2024, he played in 12 games as a reserve, 26 tackles, 1.5 tackle for loss. 2055, he was second team All Big Ten Conference, led the team with 73 tackles, played 12 games, 11 starts, 7 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, interception, 2 pass breakups, miscellaneous. That matters. So yeah, man, solid I'm gonna go over the next pick. The next one is the last one, man. I really was gonna stop it here, but I actually like the Lions' next pick. It was a corner who actually is better than where they got him at, man. I think he's gonna be a good addition. Keith Abney from Arizona State. Keith Abney was ranked 75th overall, 10th at his position, man. They got him in the 5th round. That is fucking amazing. So Keith Abney, it says Abney lacks the ideal length for NFL corner, but he has muscle on his frame. He is quick in short areas, uses sound footwork to move fast, decisive cuts in any direction. Abney looks quicker on film than his true top speed, but that does not stop him from staying in the face of receivers. He can bite too early on initial routes. He can bite too early on initial routes, stems allowing for separation or big plays. However, he displays the quickness to make up ground and contest the catch. Being able to guard bigger receivers will be the test for Abney at the next level. He could also become stronger tackler and may have some issues competing when stretched vertically. So yeah, he's smaller. He's 5'10", 187. But the highlights that I seen from him, man, he was solid. He was solid, man. Definitely quick and definitely broke up a lot of passes, man. They didn't look like they was getting a whole lot off on him, man. Let me see. So Warrior said the Lions addressed another need pick while also securing depth. This time they added another talented player to the secondary in Abney, who also is a 2-year starter at Arizona State. His 20 pass breakups since 2024 were also the most in the Big 12 and tied for 4th most amongst power conference players in that time. See, that's what I mean. Broke up a ton of passes. He damn near was a no-fly zone at points, man. He was doing this thing. It wasn't for his size. He wasn't just getting dominated at no point from what I was seeing. Like, obviously, I didn't see every game. I just watched kind of the highlights, but it looked like he stood up versus some good, talented receivers. It says he fits the culture of Detroit's defense with his physical style and inside-out versatility. He was a 2025 first-team All-Big 12 selection who allowed 0 touchdowns on 72 targets faced last season. So he didn't give up a touchdown all last season, man. I think big time. He's a big-time pickup. He's solid pickup, man. I'll go over the rest of the people real fast. We're not going to read up on them, but Kendrick Law was a shifty receiver out of Kentucky. Looks like he's good at catching short yard passes and making big plays out of it. Gil Howard was on that Texas Tech defensive line. You know, they had fucking beasts all over that D-line, man. They had a ton of beasts over there, man. So he was probably the 4th best out of all of them. But nevertheless, the whole D-line was wrecking havoc last year. And then Tyree West from Tennessee is another defensive tackle. I'm not really familiar with him at all. But, you know, hopefully he's solid, man. So, overall, I say the Lions had like a C+, B-. I'm gonna say C+, man. It wasn't really a solid draft to me, man. It wasn't that great. I see some potential, but we're banking on a ton of potential. Like, yeah, you're drafting rookie, so of course you're banking on potential. But yeah, nah, it's some people who jump off the page you just know, are gonna be Jeremiah Love, man. You know he's gonna be a stud. Caleb Downs, you know he's gonna be a stud, man. Like, it's just some people that you can't miss on. Cardinal Tate, fucking David Bailey, goddamn. It's a ton of people, man. It's a ton. I don't know. The best player in the fucking draft, which was Arvell Reese, who went to the Giants shit. Like, some people you can't miss on. Yeah, the Lions didn't have a top 5, top 10 pick. Cool. But I think they made a lot of head scratching, like high hope picks, man. Like, they're really banking on these people to be with their size and and like size and having the standard size for the position indicates them to be, man. And Lions, I have high hopes in their coaching. They're usually really good at coaching players up, making them play above what even their talent suggests they are. So that's one thing that the Lions got going for them. But overall, I don't think it was a strong draft by Brad Holmes. But we'll see, man. We'll see. All we really need next year is a solid offensive line, and we need a lot of pressure on D-line. And I think we did some things to make the offensive line better. I don't necessarily know how good it's going to be because we lost some pieces. And the pieces that we got, again, is even what we got in free agency, you're just hoping that they play better than they've played throughout their career, and because none of them were difference makers. So as far as the D-line, I do like what we did on D-line. Wanham is a big-time pick up. He had some good seasons in Minnesota, decent season with the Panthers last year. And then also adding a boy from Michigan. So we'll see, man. High hopes for the team. Hopefully we can get back into playoff and championship contention, man. I'm sure we'll make the playoff with this weak-ass schedule. But hopefully we're able to compete for a championship. BDB, NevaLoss Pod, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We out of here, man.